It is Derby Day here at the Unam Stadium as we get to bring you one of the oldest derbies in the country. It will be Orlando Pirates, the Sea Robbers, taking on the Stalile team, African Stars. And it is a showdown that is going to be for the books. African Stars still unbeaten, and Orlando Pirates trying to see if they can be the team to stop them for this season. My name is Javita Kanjumbwa, bringing you all the action with the team here at the Unam Stadium. And I'm not alone, I'm joined by, well, a Stars legend, one would say, Edison Muhau. Welcome. And well, this is your first time, so a very good afternoon and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Javita. Really looking forward to this. It's like you said, it's a really massive game, so it should be a humdinger.
Absolutely. And Hazwan Kapanga, no stranger to being on the touchline. A good afternoon to you.
Nice being here. The warm-up looks impressive.
I mean, the weather is forming in quite beautifully with the occasion, and the fans are also here. I mean, Stars is known to have the best fans in the league, and any team, they're one of the teams that love to be followed. What do you make of the turnout so far from that is the fans?
No, it will definitely be a packed Unam Stadium. I have no doubt about that. It should be a great atmosphere in the stadium. It is already within the build-up and coming to the build-up within the social media everywhere. This is the game that they're talking about. So yeah, it should be a big one.
Hazwan, these are two big teams with rich history. If we're looking at African Stars and the trophies they have in the cabinet, as well as Orlando Pirates. When you look at these two and such a big matchup, we're just in round now 10 of the season. What do you make of such a big matchup so early in the season? How does this, especially for the resumption of the season, how big is it that we have this kind of pull from the people to be able to watch?
The game for me, it's the second game, or let's say the third games after the league started off or resumed. Having this game, African Star coming fresh from the holidays, Orlando Pirate coming fresh from the holidays, and all of them picking up points. Okay, one picked up 6, the other one picked up 4 over the weekend, and this is the time, and this would be the decider. Is Pirate the team that will upset the fans, or is African Star going to run away with the league this season? This match will be the decider, because if you look at it, Woody have a good squad, and Woody would be a good motivator for these kids, and they look excited, and they have a couple of experienced players also on their books, despite African Stars having most of the experienced ones.
Speaking of experience, let's talk about last weekend. Orlando Pirates managed to collect 4 points on the road there in the coast, and they came back with a victory and a draw, and that's from the break. What do you make of that performance, especially, and what kind of a motivator is it going into this game?
That's a fantastic points that they took coming into this game. You want to have momentum coming into a game like this. Traditionally, it's always been tight between Stars and Orlando Pirates. I think the last 10 matches that they have played, Stars won 4, Pirates won 4, they drew 2. So it's never an easy game. Having played in it as well, it's always a very tough opponent to play against. It's one of those games that you are naturally motivated coming into this game. So yeah.
Well, you have played for Stars. You know what it is to be in that red and white jersey. When it comes to playing a derby against Orlando Pirates, what is the feel usually like when you have to play a derby of this magnitude?
Yeah, this type of games, I almost want to say they play themselves out. You don't need to be motivated, eh? The week leading into it, the vibe, the atmosphere, even the crowd comes to the games, to the training sessions, and you really want to go. It's those kind of games that you don't want to be on the bench. You want to be in there, because these are the games that if you are a football player, you want to be in.
Now, let's talk about Stars and their 7-point lead now. They collected 3 points, and the big one really was the Live Fighters game, because they are second on the log. So there was kind of an impression that with that Live Fighters being second on the log, it would probably be a game really that would be tight. But Stars managed to run away with it, scoring 3 goals to 1 for Live Fighters.
You see, Stars collecting 3 points from Live Fighters, that's a debut on its own. I believe that's their original debut. That's Stars and Live Fighters. But at the moment, when we come down to these moments, as he said earlier, in a derby, you don't know what would happen. This match do not need players to be motivated. It mentally, if you are mentally not strong and you are mentally not fit for this game. And what I believe will play the most important part is the 13th man or the 12th man. The 12th man on the stadium as it stands right now, it looks like African Star is packing up the stadium. So Pirate need their supporter. So it is their home game. They need to make their players feel we are at home. But I believe it's going to be exciting. I can't say who's going to win or who's going to lose, but with holding Star up a bit would be a good thing.
Well, holding Stars up, it will be a good game. But let's talk about the game is starting at exactly 5 p.m. At the Unam Stadium. And the players are still on the pitch behind us, which is quite a good experience that we can really feel the energy and the vibe of the players behind us as they just prepare those 5 final touches on what exactly the game plan is. I mean, Stars' game plan is they want to win the title and they want to play in Africa. A big contributor of why they've selected the squad that they've selected. But if we can just talk about or just look at some of the highlights here of the players training. Orlando Pirates is warming up. Those are their warm-up action. They are the home side. They did a bit of a pitch inspection. I think it gives a player some sort of edge when you test the field and see what it's going to be like playing on the grass. And as we can see that they did quite earlier. Stars unfortunately didn't get opportunity to do pitch inspection. But let's talk about the importance of Orlando Pirates being the home side and pitch inspection, and how important is that for the players' motivation?
One thing I can say definitely for those that are not at the stadium today is I'm very, very impressed with the pitch condition of the Unam Stadium. But that's also very important. I think both of them are football playing teams. So they would want to play the ball on the ground. So it's very important for you as a player to see the stats that you're having, the football boots that you're having, that you have the right stats. So yeah, and looking at the Pirates players, really impressed with their squad. It's a very, very good squad. I think it's one of the best teams if you look at the mixture of experience with the youth, and that's always a good thing to have with a very good experienced coach as well. If you just get through the squad and you look at the names.
We've seen some of the likes of Denzel Hoaseb, Handura being part of the Orlando Pirates squad, and what do you think they bring to the team, especially being professional, having played in professional setups and also playing for the national team?
You see, if you look at African Stars, you can mention name by name. They have played abroad. They understand the game. But now, one thing we need to remember is that as for Pirate, we have Larry, they are in the team. The experience they bring is quite immense. But remember, this field would have been nice. The pitch looks good, but it would have been nice if they just water it a bit before the game starts so the ball can be a bit slippery and faster. And then you can see the speed of Mapenzi. Mapenzi is now in the starting 11 of Orlando Pirates. Mapenzi is a guy to chase. And today there is going to be a lot of running.
We know Mapenzi from, he played for Tigers. He had a stint in Zambia as well, came back. And one would have thought that a player with a history would go back to where they are. But it seems that Orlando Pirates really lured him in and made them part of their dream and their mission for the team.
I think this all goes back to the coach, the coaching staff. What relationship do you have with the coach? Mapenzi have worked before with Woody Jacobs. And so most of these guys reuniting with the coach at the moment will be the most important thing. But what would win the game today is the best strategy. Which coach comes out with the best tactics and the best strategy and get the points or the goals earlier and have the fans behind them, then it will be exciting.
Well, we talked about the fans and how they are rallying behind Stalile. Let's talk about Stalile. Let's talk about Stars. They have the cream de la cream of Namibian players. We have Stiga Kashere in the team. We have Awilo Stefanus in the team. We have Hater in the team. I can go on, the list is quite long of experience and depth and leadership in the team. How do you think that will impact them in the game for today?
I see the names keeps rolling off the tongue. It's that easy when you go through the Stars team. No, they are definitely a good team. They actually have depth. I'm sure probably the coach who's Bakera can close his eyes and just select his team, because they are that good. They've got depth. They've got at least two players at each position. But I think they really took form when the league started. They struggled a little bit to take form. I think some key players were not on form. The likes of Awilo Stefanes, when they came on song, the team went on a fantastic run. So I think he will be a key player for this game. The likes and then also I think the one player that makes the team tick, and he used to bench before when Stars were actually playing a little bit slow, was the Kamatuka led playing just before the two defensive midfielders who's Stiga Keshere and Dynamo Fredericks. And Dynamo, we know he's gonna be full of energy today. He's always full of energy. So yeah, it's looking at the players, but then again also on the Pirate side, to Esron's point, I think that's a brilliant acquisition of Mapenzi, because looking at Pirates, they've really struggled with the goals a bit. They've about 10 goals, and they're getting their goals from a left back who's their top scorer, 4 goals that he has scored. So the acquisition of Mapenzi, once he gets going, that will be absolutely massive for them.
What are your thoughts holistically? We know what Stars' mission is, and seeing the acquisition of the players that they have, what do you think will happen in this game for today?
In the game for today, the first thing is the game plan. Whoever comes up with the best game plan will win the game. But as for Stars, it was earlier. We can keep on saying it and over. Stars have depth in every position. You need to start off from the goalkeeping department. They have all the national team goalkeepers. So then you need to come in the defense. So every player wants to be seen, and this is a derby. If you mess up, you will not be selected in the next match. So every player here will come. Let's just hope that they don't make high school boy errors, and they come and play the game, start off forming from the back, and then the pitch looks great. At the moment in Namibia, I think maybe this is the best pitch we have, and the ball will be rolling.
When we talk about the ball that is going to be rolling, there's a big question. Stars is 7 points ahead. Can Orlando Pirates be the team to stop their unbeaten run so far? After 9 games, we're going in the 10th one now. Can Orlando Pirates be able to stop Star at home?
If there's a team, I believe, that can stop the Stars run, this is the team. It has to be Orlando Pirates. Like I said, they are a really good mix of experience. If you look at Denzel House up at the back, if you look at Handura in the middle there, they've got a brilliant squad. So I think this is the team that can really put a halt. Even if they don't get a win, maybe they might get a draw. So I think this is the team that absolutely can upset the odds here.
On that one.
Looking at it, Stars losing at the moment is not possible because the depth and the experience they have and the understanding of the game. The team started gelling. They understand each other now. They know their weaknesses and they know their strength. So, but taking 2 points from Stars, Pirate can do it today.
Let's talk about the weather. The weather keeps changing. You know, it was a bit sunny before we started with the build-up. We saw the weather was a bit sunny, but now the wind is blowing. The clouds are out now. What does this weather condition? What impact would it have possibly on the game?
Yeah, I think the wind is picking up. It was actually fantastic weather. I think the weather is yet to still settle. It's a bit cloudy. It's actually good conditions to play under because the sun has just disappeared behind the clouds. So the team that plays with the wind, we should try and get the maximum out of the first half, and then try and defend a little bit deeper in the second half.
All right, we're seeing now the effects of the weather and the wind. Maybe going to be good for speed. We know that weather and speed goes together quite well.
But if you're playing against the wind, and then it's going to be a bit of a problem. Whoever comes in and they play against the wind, I hope they are mentally prepared, because you need to be extra fit for this. It's blowing very hard. So let's hope when the game starts, the wind have settled a bit and it's not raining, so it would be a good game.
Now we're seeing that the crowd is slowly but surely filling up. But again, when we saw the teams going in the tunnel, we saw that most of the cheers was coming from the Stars fans. Is that what Pirates needs at the moment? That the crowd is filled more with Stars fans than it is with their own fans?
I'll tell you one thing, from experience, and it's that Stars fans might dominate the numbers. They always almost do. But then vocally, you will see once the game starts, the Pirates cheers, the Pirates fans will constantly sing, and they will constantly cheer. But it will be full. I expect it to absolutely be full. Stars haven't played in Windhoek for quite a bit now. Their home matches are in Okahanja these days. So there's anticipation from the crowd in Windhoek. So that we expect them to be here, the Okaferandu Folklore.
Now, let's talk about Orlando Pirates and what they've been able to do. They started off quite slow. We see that the past weekend that they've collected some points, and they've also added a depth to their squad. They signed a few players just before the transfer window was closed. But if you're looking at the coaching staff and what they've able to do to turn around Stars at the moment, and we also have a few minutes also before we get into the live action. We're going to be seeing the players coming out also at the moment. So just as we are answering that, let's also talk about the anticipation of the players and them being in the tunnel and just having to walk out.
I think the best thing that Pirates have done is bringing in a couple of players. Remember, the secret that Pirate has is they have unknown players on the bench. I have seen a couple of their players. One of their boys, I was showing him earlier that boy is to watch. He's from Grot Oba. I saw him at some Kasi Cup games. And what we need to do is most of the guys understand, okay, this is who. When you bring in somebody that you don't know, it will be a little bit of a problem for the defenders. How do you mark him? How do you take him on? Before they learn, he might here or there, one of these young boys give a ball that will...
Now, they've also been a cause of concern that Stars, yes, they have all these experienced players, but they don't have longevity. What should that be really a focal point at the particular moment, or should we leave that for when we are reaching towards the end of the season?
I don't think it's a factor at the moment. The most thing, Stars won't lose sleep over that currently. The thing that they will be worried about is getting maximum out of the players that they currently have, and that we see they are doing. In terms of longevity, they have depth for this season. You see even today a player like Charles Hambira, he's not featuring today, and they can play. Emilio Martin will slot in there, and he will be at home. Speaking of seasons to come, Stars will always acquire players. They have good structures in terms of their youth teams that they will also promote players from. So I don't see that being a factor that Stars will lose sleep over.
Now let's talk about also the history of the teams and how the derby rivalry, because they're all Katutura based teams. We see how when it's the Tigers, African Stars, Black Africa and Orlando Pirates, when all these four teams come, they're all based in Katutura. Let's talk about when we've now seen the games being used as far as Unam Stadium, which is really far from Katutura, where the derby originates from. For the fans, when they're used to Sam Nujoma Stadium, in terms of that, what can you say about the game being back to the people where they love to watch the game in Katutura?
I think at the moment the game's being played at Unam is the best thing that can happen to everybody. We know Sam Nujoma is not fit for that is games, and look. Anything can happen. A stampede can happen at Sam Nujoma. But at the moment, the game's been brought to Unam. It's a matter of fans getting used to the fact that, okay, I need to save up a couple of dollars. I need to save up a couple of cents to take a taxi to the stadium. Or it can be an idea from the clubs. Clubs now need to be creative, that you need to provide transport, communicate with government. Government can give you a free government bus that will drive your supporters from Soweto, from Herero location, or wherever you are finding yourself, and be dropped at Unam. And after that, then they drive them back. So those are initiatives that I think we need to start working on.
Now, professionalizing football is on the books of all the clubs, but I can't say that I've seen Stars just taking it up the notch. They've appointed Ricardo Manetti as their technical director. What does that say about how seriously they take winning the league and playing in Africa?
I think it's a massive statement of intent, just getting the structure right, because, you know, planning long term, you have to start very short term and look at how you build up. So I think that's a massive statement of intent, and I think he will have and he has probably also by now have been already had an impact on the team. In terms of that tells you where Stars want to go, isn't it? And I think the destiny that they want to go is Africa. They want to try and go on an African adventure. And yeah, they have the players. They have players that have played at that level in Africa. They have players that have conquered the local league before. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic coup to have appointed Ricardo as football director.
But I think also, if we are to look into professionalizing football in Namibia, this has been done before Jovita. Blue Waters tried, Civics tried, 11 Arrows tried. What we need to do is it should be done as wholly, with all the clubs having all the structures. Because if you go alone, you will fall back, just like how Civics fell back, how Blue Waters fell back, how 11 Arrows fell back, because we need every club to have the same structures, same understanding, we must speak the same language. Then we can talk of professionalizing. But if Stars go alone, yes, they might play in Africa. But when you come back, what is the purpose of having a mention, but you still have to come back to the ghettos to come meet the others? So you should all move in one direction.
Jovita, Esron makes a really, really good point. You can't go it alone. You can't be a professional club alone in a country that's not running a professional league. So I think from an administrative point of view, that's where we need to start. Our administration, which is the National Soccer Administration, the NFA, and then they need to try and sort of get the ball rolling for all the clubs to actually have the type of structures that can help us go professional.
Now, we spoke about some of the star players that we can expect and will excite us today. But let's talk about the coaching staff. Let's start with the home team. Woody Jacobs, a winning coach. We've seen him coach at all the clubs. Really, he has a history with almost all the clubs in the league. But let's talk about what his contribution does for any team that he goes to.
I think I just had a very short chat with him prior to the game while they were warming up. He's a coach who's based on his football is based on intensity. I think he's looking forward to this. This is a good matchup for him. When it comes to the technical team, I would say Orlando Pirates have the better edge over Stars from a technical team perspective. As we're just seeing the Stars players coming onto the field, the substitutes coming onto the stadium now, and the crowd getting into it. So I think Woody Jacobs, he's a fantastic coach, a brilliant coach, works on intensity. His training methods are always intensive, based on the game plan that you're going to play. So yeah, I think from a technical team perspective, African Stars, Bakera has done a good job. I think the one thing that African Stars has that he's probably only learning now is pressure. You can't drop one game and then you almost have your head on the chopping block. So, but I think he's for a young coach, and it's quite good. I've always been saying that you almost have the same faces in the local game, with coaches going from side to side. But when you have new young blood coming in and new ideas, that's always good for the team. I mean, for the league as well.
Your view on, we touched on both sides. Would you say in terms of that is I have the players coming out. The action is about to start. The conversation can get heated. But let me just ask your predictions for the first half before we get into the game. What's your prediction? What's your take? Just the first half. Can we see how many goals?
It's a very tough one to predict. I'm gonna stick to 1-1.
1-1
for the first half.
For the first half.
It will be 1-0. African Stars will be leading the first half.
Well, the action is going to be starting now, 5 p.m. here at the Unam Stadium. I will be crossing over to Chester Wamunika and Tero to bring us the commentary of this encounter. It's a derby, it's a big one. Two big teams with rich history. Orlando Pirates versus African Stars.
Welcome to the Unam Stadium. It is Orlando Pirates hosting African Stars. They don't come bigger than this in Namibian football. It's the Katutura Derby in the capital city, Orlando Pirates. A team that is really improving game by game. African Stars is on top of the tree, seeing everyone from the top of the pile. And African Stars is unbeaten so far in the league. And they have made 3 changes. African Stars, Kamayanda D0 coming in and suspended Hambira, replaced by Emilio Martins. And Dynamo Friedrichs come back from suspension in the middle of the park for African Stars. And Jackson Johannes, Edgar Kamathuka and Manuel Haita have retained their position behind the strikers. Daniel Zunzu and Willis Stefanes, the 2 strikers on form, have kept their places, and they're looking to get on the score sheet today. Orlando Pirates, Kuti Jacobs have made a lot of changes to his team, and it is the goalkeeper Johannes Matthews that comes in. Also Brendan Napep is one of the changes. 14 Alpheus Handura also have been brought in, and Cleophas Uisep also have been brought in, and then Mapenzi Muanai, one of their new signings for Orlando Pirates, has also came into the starting 11 today. And in terms of referees, we have all ladies handling the game today. Tino Panyanyuka will be the referee, and Agustinis Evelyn, and also Paulina Joel, the first and second assistants, and also Shangula, Victoria Shangula as 4th official, and Erastes Shilunga will be the match commissioner for this one. And Ronald Stika Keshiere is taking the captaincy in absence of Pet Neven Wanivi, and Alpheus Andura, the former African Stars, is the skipper for Orlando Pirates today. I am Chester Wamunika here in the commentary booth, and I'm joined by Donald Swaro next to me. Donald, it should be an entertaining one today.
Very much so, Chester. As you can see, the spectators there, came in 2 full numbers here. We are really expecting a good one, especially when you look at the weather as well. It has been like this throughout the week. So these players know this weather very well. So let's just hope the rain doesn't come and spoil.
It is look like the rain is about to come down here at the Unam Stadium. But for now, mood is very different. The African Stars support us in numbers here. And the Orlando Pirates also, they might be in minority, but they are also here, Orlando Pirates supporters. But when you look at this game, they say form, throw the form book out of the window, as a derby doesn't need that. And Orlando Pirates, if you look at the squad they have and African Stars, Orlando Pirates is a team that can and really challenge African Stars in terms of pound-to-pound, toe-to-toe.
They would want to come up and join the top teams in the likes of Live Fighters, Blue Waters, especially African Stars at the top there.
Gulusu, it is Daniel Gunsu Silasa who will get the game underway. He has scored 4 for African Stars. Between them and Willis Stefanes is 11 goals between the two of the 19 that African Stars have scored. So African Stars 2 front lines are in the mood of scoring goals this season. And Selasa Ngunsu on the ball there is one of the players that Pirates needs to watch out. And Kennedy Ape and Denzel House have well experienced to take care of the two, Willis Stefanes and Gunsu Salazar. In terms of the Buccaneers, they have acquired the services of Mapenzi Muanai. He is one man that can also punish African Stars. They also have McCarthy Navisep, have scored 1 goal so far. But the player to watch for Orlando Pirates is the left back, Brendan Napep, who has scored 4 goals. Is Orlando Pirates' top scorer at the moment, but he's coming from the left back. And according to Woody, it is expensive football they play, and that's why their left back are getting into the score sheet as often as they do.
Yes, of course, especially when you look at Denzel House. We are what to do, what is expected from them in this game.
And Orlando Pirates, there's a little bit delay. We try to figure out what the delay is. The two teams are on the pitch. The referees have taken the air position, but we can't get the game underway. And that is Atino Sanyanyuka, the lady that will be handling this one. And she is from Omusati region. And she's taking a big one here. And she is the only person we are waiting for to get the go-ahead and get this game underway, which is a little bit delayed. Tuaro, what do you think might be the delay?
I'm not so sure, Chester, because everything seems to be okay. For now, we've got the two linesmen on the pitch, the referees there, all the players are there, goalkeepers are there. No, I don't see the goalkeeper of Orlando Pirates. I think that might be the delay. So let's just wait for him. I think he might be making his way on the pitch anytime soon.
Correctly spotted, Tuaro. I see Orlando Pirates goalkeeper is not on the pitch currently. And we are waiting for the goalkeeper, and that is causing the delay. It is Jonas Matthews, the former Citizen man. He maybe arrived late into the dressing room, or I don't know what is the problem. And there he is. He's the man that needs to dress up and get ready for the game. He has been for the goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates. Started most of the game. He was absent in the last game against 11 Arrows, but back again here and ready to face African Stars. One of the big games of the season for him as a young goalkeeper. And Jonas Matthews is now on the pitch. We have 11 men against 11, and I think we're ready to start. And referee Atino Sanyanyuka will get us underway in a moment now, as everything is set to go. A little delay has been taken out of the way, and African Stars will be the team getting us underway, and we are underway. The Katutura Derby is underway here at the Unam Stadium. African Stars up against Orlando Pirates, and it's Jonas Matthews, the man that the latecomer on the pitch, get first on the ball for Orlando Pirates. And goes long, and Emilio Martins will be there shivering the defense of African Stars. He had not played much this season, Emilio Martins, and the last two games he was brought on, played against Blue Waters only 21 minutes, and then against Live Vitals, I beg your pardon, 21 minutes, and then against Julino 11 minutes. So he has replaced Charles Hambira, who's on suspension in the center of African Stars defense there. African Stars have scored 19 goals, conceded 4. It's not that they're really going forward, that they are defensively sound as well. Orlando Pirates themselves have not lost many games, only one defeat, and that came at the hands of Black Africa at the same stadium. But other than that, it have been draws, disappointing draws for Woody Jacobs and victories. And here is Mapenzi Muanai as Pirates trying to move forward now. But Ben Napi took his eye off the ball. Stars starting from the back, but Pirates take control now. Cleared by African Star Sunzu. And here is Willis Stefanes. And now African Stars pushing forward Edma Kamatuka. Pirates does well. Here is Larry Horaip. And that's a late tackle there. And Sanyanyuka doesn't waste time here. She gets her yellow card out, and already Edma Kamatuka, African Stars attacking midfielder, got into the referee's crime book. No time wasting from Atino Twanyanyuka, getting her first caution out early in the game. Now pressure from Edgar Kamatuka to keep himself behaved. Otherwise, he might not see the end of this game, and that is a second yellow back-to-back for Kamatuka. He got a yellow card against Julino Sporting as well.
And I think for Edma Kamatuka, Chester, this guy needs to be very careful. I think the coach will have to talk to him. You don't want to concede, or you don't want to get, you know, so much yellow cards, especially in the first half with this kind of game, you know. So he needs to be very, very careful.
Very much so, Chwaro, because it's a very intensive game, and tackles might fly, and one late tackle for Kamatuka might see the end of the game for him. Now African Stars, Kambanda, not the flick that he wanted. Pirates took control. Lovely play by Pirates, Ben Napip. Here is Denzel Hauser looking for his strikers, but it's Emilio Martin who gets there first. But Pirates pushing forward now, down the left-hand side. Narip cuts back inside. But still Orlando Pirates pushing forward. Cleophas Uisep. That's down the throat of the African Stars goalkeeper, Kamayanda Ndisiro. No problems there. Ndisiro Kamayanda has sit out 2 previous games against live fighters in Julino Sporting, and Ratanda Baluvara was in charge of those 2 games, and Baluvara was sent off against Julino Sporting. And Kamayanda and Ndisiro have taken his position, but he was in charge of most of the games for African Stars. We have a player down. Stars only lost 2 points so far in the season, and that was a draw against Tura Magic. That was round 2 of fixtures here at the Unam Stadium. Daniel Gunzu Salazar is the player that was getting attention, but he's okay to continue now. Buti Jacobs will really licking his lips for this one, a victory here to prove a point that he's one of the best coaches in the country. And Jacobs is the last coach to win the league with African Stars. Now with Orlando Pirates, the much travel coach. And here is Ben Namib dispossessed. It's a long one, looking for Salazar, but well defended by Brendan Naibep. Well done, Naibep, down the left-hand side for Orlando Pirates. And it will be a throwing for African Stars. Good pressure from Salazar there. Now Keshere. Flicks one, looking for Salazar. Plays it down to Kamatuka. Kamatuka finds Willis Stefanes. Back to Kamatuka. And a shot! Goal! Dynamo Freetracks open the scoring for African Stars. He was at the right place at the right time. The 28-year-old former Black Africa. He thrives in the big games. He did so in this one. It is his second goal of the season for African Stars. Donald Chwaro, your views on that one?
Chester, you know, it was coming for African Stars. It was really coming. One should actually applaud Willis Stefanes as well with Salazar. Very good play between the 3 players. And finally, you know, Dynamo Fredericks scoring that one. One of the beautiful goals one can remember.
African Stars have never trailed this season. They always score first in all their encounters. And they did so today here again through the former Black Africa Dynamo Free Tracks, the brave Warriors midfielder has come alive in the box and get African Stars the lead. Everybody, the neutrals, will be supporting Orlando Pirates. It is African Stars up against the rest of Namibia, and the reason is no one will want African Stars, apart from African Star supporters, no one will want African Star to run away with the league as early as this. So most of the football fans, the neutrals, will want Orlando Pirates to stop African Stars here.
That always happens, Chester. You know, when a team is on the top of the log, everybody is against that team. You know, not one. Actually, spectators want, or rather other supporters wouldn't want African Stars to run away with this league. You know, you always want that competition. So imagine if African Stars have to win, you know, this game or the next 5 games consecutively, they would be top and running away with this league. That is what you don't want as a neutral.
Very much so. The news that we are hearing is that Live Fighters have played to a 2-all draw against 11 Arrows. That's 1 point collected from the team that is second on the log. That is full-time there at the coastal town of Walfish Bay. However, African Stars is leading here. They will get to 28 points if they win this one. But it's too early. Orlando Pirates have the capable players to turn this around. Pirates went to the coast, collected 4 points there. Beat 11 Arrows drew against Blue Waters, Woody Jacobs' outfits. Here is Larry Horaip, one of the experienced players that we can mention for Orlando Pirates now. Here is Klaus Vaswisep.
Was that deliberate or was that a missed kick, Chester? I'm not so sure. But you know, these players very well experienced. I think perhaps one would say he knew what he was doing.
It might be, but you can't rule out the chances that he completely misjudged the ball there. Oh, well played there by Mario Mans of Orlando Pirates, trying to take control of the midfield there. Here is Larry Horaip now. Can the Buccaneers push forward? Horaip looking for Mapenzi. Well found Mapenzi. And now Mapenzi. Namib puts it in. No! That was a great attempt from the former SKW youth player, Ben Namib. I'm sure he tries to put that one for the strikers, but it nearly ended up in the back of the net. Those ones are very difficult for the goalkeepers to judge.
Very much, Chester, as you know, as a goalkeeper, you wouldn't know if that was a cross or perhaps a straight shot to the goals. But if you are a coach and you talk to your strikers or whoever is on the pitch, you tell them, shoot to the goalpost, you might just score.
Very much so. The more attempts at goal, the more chances you stand of scoring. And the Pirates have only that attempt so far at goal. African Stars also one attempt that went into the back of the net. We did not have much goal mouth incidents. Here is Kamatuka looking for Willie Stefanes. And well marshaled there by Kennedy Ape. Looking after a dangerous Willie Stefanes. Willie Stefanes have scored in his consecutive 5 games, 7 goals in those games in the last 5. So he's a striker on fire. And Kennedy Ape and Denzel Housep will have to look after him very well throughout 90 minutes of this game.
That shows you the strengths of Willie Stefanes, only 31 years old, from Oriental in the Karas region.
And from Karas region, yes. Related to the former great Lolo Gorasep. And that is late. And Sanyanyuka here. Sure, want to check the Stability of the player first before trying to have a word with the player, but no further action than just a word from the referee. Let's look at it again there, Chwaro.
As you can see there, Chester, there's a Orlando Pirates player trying to bring down the ball, but then, you know, African Stars player coming in, and that is Mbwende. I think it was a high boot.
Very much so, very late also. Bit reckless there. He knew that the ball was the way, but keep on throwing the foot around to block the player. And it will be now a free kick to African Stars. They are where they want to be, African Star right now, leading by 1-0. This is the script that Mervyn Bakera was hoping for. It's another long ball, and rude hands there for Jonas Matthews there, the 26-year-old, and quickly released that one, trying to catch African Stars off guard, and the passing was risky there, but Kamayanda Disiro anticipated the situation very well and helped African Stars in that incident, but good pressure from Orlando Pirates, not allowing African Stars to play around with the ball. Here is Edma Kamatuka now. He is the man that is given the duty of creating things. Kamatuka playing behind the two strikers, and he came alive. He assisted that is Dynamo Friatex with the goal for African Stars. Still early stages for the Buccaneers. With a well-experienced coach, Woody Jacobs, he will know what to do in many circumstances like this one. He was here before, trailing by 1-0 as early as this, with a capable team like the one he at his disposal now. Here is Willie Stefanes, a chance here, shot! That is Edma Kamatuka. He has been busy early on here, assist, and then he got a shot away. He has scored 1 goal for African Stars, but he was not lucky there, Chwaro.
Yeah, I mean, very disappointing from Edma Kamatuka. I mean, those kind of balls, you need to bury them for your coach and for your supporters, Chester. You don't play with those balls there. Once in the small box, it should be a goal. It must be a goal. It must count. Otherwise, it's coming back to haunt you.
Edma Kamatuka, only 20 years old, last year grade 12 learner. He looking to get adversity this year. Here is Orlando Pirates now. It's a long ranger! Breton Naibeb. That's why he is Orlando Pirates' leading goal scorer. He is coming from deep and tried from a distance. Breton Naibeb, it was put over the bar by Kamayanda Disiro. It's another corner kick for African Stars, but Chwaro, let's look at Naibeb's attempt there.
A very good shot and a very good save. I'm not so sure if it was going in or not, but a very good save as well.
Corner kick will quickly taken, and that's a waste. Very, very wasteful. You're not going to get many chances against a team like African Star. Close pass Wisep there. Disappointing with the set piece delivery. And he had his big guns up there. The likes of Kennedy Ape and Denzel Housep looking to take advantage of the corner kick, but they had to go all the way back to their duty stations because of a poor delivery. And that's another late tackle. Dynamo Friatex, the culprit here, trying to explain himself to Twanyanyuka, but the free kick will go the way of Orlando Pirates. Twanyanyuka has now come down with the yellow cards. She flashed an early yellow card to Edma Kamatuka early on, but since then she's warning. Maybe you're just... And now it's another good ball. That was a very good ball. And McKenzie Navisep took his eye off the ball for a moment, and the chance that should be a golden chance when backing. The former Black Africa should have really capitalized on that. African Stars defense were found wanting in that particular moment, and Navisep came from the blind spot.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure if that was a deflection or not, but clearly that came, and it was a chance, Chester. He should have done better, should one say.
Should have done better, but it's better from Orlando Pirates now. They are seeing each other, knocking the ball around, creating chances now back to back for the Buccaneers. It's good signs for Uti Jacobs and the Orlando Pirates supporters here. African Stars bench, well equipped. You have Yamuna Wandu Gachideko, the former African Stars, also now as the assistant there. Here is Salazar, Willie Stefanes. The second touch there from Salazar to Willie Stefanes. Stefanes have a heavy touch there. Dynamo Friedrichs, the goal scorer. That was late, but referee play advantage here. It's African Stars pushing forward. Here is Salazar for African Stars. Can he deliver? Delivery is bad. It's a very bad delivery. And Twanyanyuka will revert back to this incident. And it's a yellow card that goes to Cleophas Wisep. A yellow card to Cleophas Wisep of Orlando Pirates for a late tackle earlier on against Dynamo Friedrichs. Friedrichs is okay to continue with the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact that the referee actually gave, advantage. As you can see, that late tackle there. But then referee did let the play go on, which is a good sign from the referee as well.
And now it's taken away. Here's Edgar Kamatuka. Kamatuka! I don't know how you look at it. Is it a glass half full or half empty? He had a player running down the goal there, Salazar, but he decided to go for goal. At striker, sometimes you need to be selfish. Donald Chwaro.
You need to be selfish, but your selfishness can cause you a lot, my dear. But then, as you can see, he could have perhaps just laid it off to another player who could have been in a better position by then. But then, that's a chance wasted.
Corner kick, Willie Stefanes to take. It's a deep one. Salazar tries to keep that in play. He can. Not a very good corner kick from a very well-experienced player in Willie Stefanes. Pirates don't waste time. Quick restart here. But finds Willie Stefanes again. Stefanes, well defended by Larry Horaip. They know each other at the times with the Brave Warriors. It's another long ball, a flick on here now. Kamayanda and Disiro, very comfortable to use his feet. Not the favorite part of many goalkeepers. Here is Salazar. EFC, lot of the ball in this early stages. Salazar. Position cheaply given away by African Stars. Emmanuel Heita, now Orlando Pirates. Larry Horaibo. He finds Ben Nabib with a lot of space there. Nabib to operate in, but unfortunately he took his eye off the ball and couldn't control that.
Yeah, Chester, I'm not so sure if that would be the bumpy pitch that we see here, but you can see at some areas the pitch is really good. It's just somewhere here in the middle where you find the pitch to be a bit bumpy. But from that one, I think Namib just fumbled it, and a chance lost.
Chance lost for the Buccaneers. Orlando Pirates had to come from behind against Tigers when Cleophas Wisep equalized in the 65th minute. Something they know. They also have to come from behind. And now it's a chance here! Oh! Wow! boy is on fire. Willie Stefanes is hot. That is another goal. In 6 games, he has scored 8 goals. Let's look at it again. He is a difficult player to stop. And look at that.
The ball control, Chester. Willie Stefanes, the first touch, controlled it very well, very nice, and then took a very good shot, powerful one, and that's a goal for African Stars.
Willie Stefanes, he has scored in every game since he played against young Brazilian. That is 6 games in a row, and that is 8th goal in 6 games for the African Stars striker. He's been played in a more advanced position. We know him as a winger, but Mervyn Bakera decided to use him as a striker, and it has paid dividends. 23rd minute, and Orlando Pirates look like they are out of sort here. They need a goal very fast. The next goal should come from the black and white outfit. Header, and that's back from Denzel Housep. Tried to play it back to the goalkeeper. It didn't work out. Panic buttons for Orlando Pirates.
And I'm telling you, that comes with communication, Chester. You know, I think Denzel Housep could have told the goalkeeper already that, you know, I'm going to give it to you with a header. Otherwise, lack of communication, should one say.
It is a corner kick to African Stars. Edgar Kamatuka to take the corner kick here. Kamatuka, good delivery. Salazar! They are running it out. It is Edmund Kambanda who got his header on that one. Kambanda, the former Unam player in a familiar territory, got the 3rd for African Stars. It is his 2nd of the season for Kambanda. He scores again. He scored against 11 arrows. He scored again here, and African Stars are showing intent here, and Orlando Pirates found wanting.
Very wanting, Chester. Things are not going so well for Orlando Pirates at this stage, at this moment, as they are trailing by 3 goals to 0. As you can see the corner there, Chester, a very good corner. You know, African Stars overcrowding, and there's the header there, right at the back of the corner of the net. And I should say, Edmund Kambanda, very well taken, good header. The 29-year-old from Tsumeb.
It is 3-0. It's 25 minutes in the first half. And Woody Jacobs and his team doesn't know what it hits them. It was not part of the script. This is supposed to be the game of the season. Given the quality of Orlando Pirates, the quality of African Stars. But Michael Pinar, the whole Orlando Pirates bench, have something to say. They need to, because what is going on the pitch definitely is not what they have been doing or preparing for the whole week. Orlando Pirates player down, look like it's Kanepi Ape, who is getting treatment, getting worse for Orlando Pirates. It's one of the trusted defender for Woody Jacobs. And African Star supporters enjoying the moment, and why not?
They've got the reason to do that, Chester, as their team is leading 3 goals to 0 against Orlando Pirates. Look at those spectators, very happy ones at this moment, at this time.
They have come in big numbers, and Their team have not let them down. African Stars is looking to go at 28 points. And that will be something like 9 points between them and Live Fighters. But we're waiting to hear what Blue Waters will do as a third team in the league also. But where we are now, they are stretching the lead. It is 13 points between them and Orlando Pirates if Pirates does not turn this game on his head. And that's a big, huge gap.
We are still waiting to see as to whether this player will come back on the pitch. Let's just hope it's not that serious as Orlando Pirates is trailing. You don't want to play with 9 players on the pitch, Chester. You would love this player to perhaps come back and, you know, strengthen the back 4 or the back 3.
Very much so. And now, Kambanda, Stefanes. Here's Willie Stefanes, the hot man now, looking for Kamatuka. And he's dummy that, looking for Salazar. Panyanyuka, very happy with the incident, saying, game on. African Stars pushing forward. They have really, and the problem that I'm seeing with Orlando Pirates is that African Stars can play with through the midfield, through the defense set pieces. They are very, very difficult to defend against. Here is Mapenzi. Well taken there by Mapenzi and Kautoro Rambwende will clear the lines for African Stars. Salazar, Bunzu. Here is Kashiere, the skipper of the day, the former Brave Warriors captain. All the way back to Kamayanda and Disiro. Here is Kambanda. Edmund Kambanda. Fretrix, Kashiere, Kamatuka. All African Stars now. They really enjoying their time on the ball. Jackson Johannes, Stefanes, Johannes, and a header in and cleared by Orlando Pirates at last. But the whistle have gone. It will be a free kick to Orlando Pirates. It is African Star supporters at their full voices here at the Unam Stadium in the capital. The Kachutura derby is one-sided at the moment.
Very much one-sided, Chester, especially if you look into the midfield. You know, the Willie Stefanos, them are just running around there. Kamatuka, the number 15, is just running around there, you know, having it all by himself to do, you know. But I think Orlando Pirates is really struggling, Chester.
And remember now they are down to 10 men. Kennedy Ape still outside. And that shows how desperately Woody Jacobs needs him back on the pitch. He's waiting for every instruction from the vertical team, whether he can keep Kennedy Ape. But Orlando Pirates for now is down to 10 men as Kennedy Ape receiving treatment. He looks okay to continue, but he should run it off first and see. And there's Jacobs waiting for the medical team to give him a green light, whether Kennedy Ape can continue or he should make plans. Here is Johannes Jackson, first touch disappointing, and Larry Horaib close. Number 6 against the number 6. Former Young Chiefs player Jackson and also Taikas Ingwe Inyama now have joined African Stars left winger. There's the third goal scorer, Edmund Kambanda. He's 29 years old. Kambanda coming at that stage of the career where he needs to perform. That is the late stages of his career. Edmund Kambanda. Many players were affected by the fact that 3 years in Namibia there was no football. The last time he played, he must have been 26, Kambanda. Now 29, playing again.
And I like this other joke. It's actually not a joke that they are telling, you know, some players even retired in those 3 years of non-play, or not playing football, Chester, which was very, very bad, I should say.
And now Kamatuka gets to this, and there's a cross. Well defended by the man that is retained on the pitch, Kennedy Ape. That's why he is needed. It's the 25-year-old former touch and go almighty Gunners player, the lengthy defender in the heart of Orlando Pirates there. And he is doing this job with the experience, Denzel Housep. It's a long one there. And now it's a shot. Goes over the bar from Emmanuel Haita, the former Black Africa. Haita has scored once for African Stars this season against young Brazilian. African Stars winning that one by 2-0. That was in Keetmanshoop, J. Stephanus Stadium. That's where Stars thrived against young Brazilian struggling in the league this season. Here is Haita. Now Salazar trying to look for overlapping Dynamo Friedrichs, who fought hard and got to the end of the ball, but Brendan Naipep having none of it. Winning possession for Orlando Pirates as well as the throw-in. Naipep, and here's Pirates. Namib is possessed. Now Keshere. Edmund Kambanda. Jackson back to Kambanda. Stephanus looking for Jackson. That was overcooked. And it is a throw-in to African Stars. To Orlando Pirates, beg your pardon. Mleri Horaip with the throw-in. That was overthrow, looking for Mapenzi Muanai. Things did not go according to plan as far as Coach Woody Jacobs is concerned. He is the man that is proud of himself, and he had big tactical plans for this game. This is where the coaches, the big coaches, will want to make a point.
Of course, Chester, you know, as a coach, this is where we will judge you. Imagine if Orlando Pirates can just turn the tables now. We will sing, oh glory, oh.
Willie Stephanus!
All glory to Jacobs. I mean, Woody.
In the mood where he is now, Willie Stephanus. He can hit anything from anywhere. He is in a very, very good move in the form of his life. It's a flick on looking for Kamatuka. Referee says play on Kwanyanyuka. And the Orlando Pirates defender stayed down. Let's look at it.
There's a player down for Orlando Pirates. The medics are called in as well, just to see as to how serious that is. But let's hope it's not serious.
Unfortunately enough, it's not the same player, Kennedy Abe, who was down a few minutes ago. We try to get who is the player who is down. Is one of the Orlando Pirates defenders there, the rear guards of the Pirates goal. It is 3-0. What you are seeing on the screen, it's the correct scoreline. Orlando Pirates trailing by 3-0. African Stars came all guns blazing. They hit the ground running in this one, African Stars.
I think the medic there is just giving a signal to the technical team here that this player cannot continue anymore, Chester.
So the signal there, it's Larry Horaip, but he's up and talking to the referee, Twanyanyuka, that more action should have been taken against Kamatuka. The signal of the medical person. Before we come to that, those are the 3 goals for African Star. The first one of Dynamo Friedrichs, getting the back of the net there, and the assist coming from Kamatuka. Wanted to return it initially from Willie Stefanes, but Willie Stefanes missed the ball to the advantage of Dynamo Friedrichs. Said thank you very much. And the second one, and the Pirates trying to play from the back. Back live now. And Larry Horaip is back on the pitch. I'm not sure whether we misread the signal of the medical staff, or she said he can't continue. Larry Horaip look okay and fine to continue.
Very good news for Orlando Pirates there, Chester. But I'm so sure I saw the medic giving a signal to the technical team there, or the bench, that this player won't continue anymore. But then hence, they can still change their mind if the player is okay to continue.
Very much so. Larry Horaip, Denzel House, a massive experience with the Brave Warriors. They played in the 2019 African Cup of Nations, both of them in the rear guards of the Brave Warriors then. That is the experience they are bringing to Orlando Pirates. But that experience have not helped the Buccaneers much. They are trailing by 3-0. It's a flick on there, looking for Kamatuka. One thing that I have picked up from Kamatuka, he has a pace to get to every end of the ball that looks is lost. Here is Johannes Jackson. Willie Stefanes. Late tackle coming there. But Stefanes will ask for treatment. Pat Nevan Wanivi, the captain of African Stars, on the bench, and Ronald Keshere took over the duties for this one. Might be the longest serving captain of African Stars, Pat Nevan Wanivi. Breton, Napep have been dispossessed, but they won position again. African Stars have slowed down in terms of going into attack. They know they have the 3 goals. They're waiting for the patience of moments and try to attack at their own pace. For now, it's Orlando Pirates that need to turn the game on his head. Edma Kamatuka can afford to do that now with the team with a massive advantage here. Now Orlando Pirates, Ben Namib, the best pass there from the Buccaneers. They really struggling to find passes together that trouble or that must cause havoc in the African Stars defense. That is the Buccaneers at the moment, Chuaro.
Yes, Chester, I think it's very interesting. We would love to see as to what Woody Jacobs will tell to his players, you know, at halftime. Let's wait and see.
Here is Willie Stefanes. Now looking for Stefanes. That was heavy by Salazar, and he's kicking himself for that, and there is the man of the moment, Willie Stefanes. Only 4 goals for the Brave Warriors, and I'm not sure whether Colin Benjamin will rethink about Willie Stefanes' position, as he really thriving in the centre forward position for African Stars. Originally a winger for the Brave Warriors. Eight goals in the last 6. That's a record that he will really walking around with proudly. Here is Kamatuka. Orlando Pirates to restart things here. Jonas Matthews delayed the kickoff. He was not ready for the game at the start of the game, the goalkeeper of Orlando Pirates. And maybe the delay worked psychologically with him and could not save one of the 3 goals now for African Stars. Or for Orlando Pirates, your partner against African Stars. Horaip. Kennedy Abe clears. Edmund Kambanta, well controlled. It's a long one. Abe again. Denzel Housep, I beg your pardon, with the header there. Here is Kamatuka. Pirates now. Alpheus Andura, the former African Stars, fighting for the ball. Salazar, but Denzel Housep helped Andura there. Kambanda, Larry Horaip does well. Kashere. Yes, Larry Horaip, and Orlando Pirates will have a free kick here. And it is Cleophas Wisep who is down. One of the players that you can expect goals from in this Orlando Pirates team. Have scored 3 so far. Cleophas Wisep, the former live fighter striker, playing more deeper role for Woody Jacobs in the attacking midfield position for Orlando Pirates, where corner kick for Orlando Pirates. Here is Cleophas Wisep, and that is a waste. If it was Orlando Pirates, if it was rugby, that is 3 points. In football, nothing.
Yeah. Chester, one thing that is disappointing with Orlando Pirates is that they can't even string, 3 passes. It's only 1, 2, and then the ball is dispossessed. So, it's very disappointing. It's one would love to see, or rather come see what Woody Jacobs would do, in the second half.
Yes, the halftime talk will be very difficult, and it's a free kick there under the nose of Twanyanyuka against Gunzu Salazar, Orlando Pirates. Born and bred in Namibia, Gunzu Salazar. And that's what happens there. Late challenge. Saying Gunzu Salazar, born and bred in Namibia. His mother is from Congo and his father is from Angola, but he was born here in Namibia. He is currently 27 years old. He no other country than Namibia. Gunzu Salazar scored 4 for African Stars. He's up and running again. Will continue, and African Stars will have the free kick. kick over ambitious there from Johannes Jackson. And that is the end of the first 45 minutes. It is African Stars who dominated this one from the word go. Scored 3 goals. And at halftime here, Orlando Pirates with everything to do at the Unam Stadium. And African Stars supporters are enjoying every minute of it. And African Stars goal from Willie Stefanes. Also Edmund Kambanda on the score sheet there for. And there is Willie Stefanes, who's the hot striker at the moment, scoring the second for African Stars. Edmund Kambanda scoring the third. And it is Dynamo Friedrichs who opened the scoring for African Stars here at the Unam Stadium. African Stars flying at the Unam Stadium while Orlando Pirates is struggling. For now, we will shortly cross to Jovita with Edison Muhewa and Hesron Kapanga at the touchline to break the game down for us and see what they have saw differently into the first 45 minutes of this game. But for now, it is back into the dressing room for Mervyn Bakera and Woody Jacobs. But let's hear from the guys at the touchline how they have analyzed the first half.
3, 2. It has been an unbelievable 45 minutes. Stars have been dominating the first half, and what we expected was for an Orlando Pirates Pride to come out with a bit more flair, with a bit more hunger. But what we saw was Stars literally dominating and marking their territory. Even if they are the team that is visiting, they've made this home like their own. And with the 12 men supporting them from the stand, it has been what a fantastic 45 minutes. Now, gentlemen, let's talk about those 3 goals already in the first 45 minutes we've witnessed.
Yeah, I actually thought Orlando Pirates started off really well. But then as the game wore on, you can really see the momentum that Stars currently have. They have a lot of confidence. I think the goals that they scored, the first 2 goals, even after Stars scored the first goal, Orlando Pirates were still in it. They were not to get it. It was a 50-50 game. And the goals that Stars scored are from transition play. You know, Pirates has the ball, they lose it in dangerous position. It speaks to how African Stars are pressing at the moment. And that's how they scored those first 2 goals. It was very important for them to have scored that first goal for African Stars. And then for Orlando Pirates, unfortunately. But I thought African Stars has...
Let's quickly go into the goals. Let's start with the first one. That is Dynamo Fredericks just opening it up for that is African Stars.
Look, the first goal for me, what's currently happening is Kamatuka is unplayable. What Pirates need to do is to find a way on how to man mark him, because everybody is thinking he is playing up front, but he's going deep in the midfielder, coming up and opening up Awilo and Dynamo, and everybody is coming with him. So you see, for me, the first goal, yes, it was a good goal that Dynamo scored, but I give the blame to the goalkeeper. He would have done better. The goalkeeper's positioning was quite off.
And I think...
all right, and then let's quickly, while we add on to that one, let's talk about the second goal. Another really showstopper.
No, that a player of Awilo's quality, if you give him the time and the space, he will definitely do what he's just did. So that wasn't a surprise for me. I'm actually shook. And I think for Pirates, they are one of the best defenses in the league at the moment. They've conceded the least number of goals. So I'm actually surprised that at the moment they're struggling to contain Kamatuka, like Esron has alluded to, and Awilo. I think those are running the show at the moment for Stars. And I don't know whether it's going to be now a matter of damage control for Coach Woody.
And then let's go to the third one. That was another really...
No, defensively, Kamatuka is left. You see, Kamatuka is not supposed to out-jump the defenders. These guys are taller than him. They were supposed to man mark him. In a case of a corner, you need to man mark your strikers. These guys did not man mark Kamatuka. I think they were still looking for him. They didn't know where he was, so they don't know. Should we mark Kamatuka? Should we mark Awilo? So that led to the third goal. But also, again, I go back. The goalkeeper was 2 feet outside of his line. So he was supposed to be on his line. He would have done better.
So those are just some of the goals that we saw in the first half. We have had expectation that probably a 1-1 that you had anticipated, but we didn't see anything happening around that is the Stars goal. But before we continue with that discussion, before we go into that discussion, let's quickly take a breather. When we do come back, we're still on the touchline here at the Unam Stadium. Still here at the Unam Stadium. It is a derby, one of the best derbies in the country. Orlando Pirates is home and African Stars are the visitors. But at the moment, it is African Stars leading by 3-0. A very important question now is how can Orlando Pirates come back into this game and probably get the 3 goals back?
I think the first thing that they need to do is probably to get solidity in defense. I'm not so sure they're going to come back. I think it will probably be a case of damage control for Coach Woody. So he'll want to at least get the stability in his team, and especially defensively with Stars playing with Kamatuka and Awilo. They're currently running the show at the moment. So you would want to get that stability before you even start of thinking, let's go get a goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Woody makes a sort of a defensive substitution, because at the moment their number 8 who's Mans as well as Usep in the attacking positions, they're not really helping Handura in the middle of the park, and that I think is an area that needs to be addressed, because this is a match that you can see Stars are running the show in the middle of the park.
Just
looking at it, for me, I think Woody might still, in order for them to get a consolation goal or score 2 goals from this game, because you can't lose 3-0, or African Star is going to come back and do more, but you still on the Pirate bench, they still have Keshi. Keshi can come in. Keshi can do a lot of work. He's good in the midfield. And then if they bring in the young boy Cruz and to run on the line, at least they need to bring in somebody as young as Kamatuka that can come run him also. Because for Cruz, he's still to make his name. So I think if Coach Woody can make such changes to bring in guys that can run the wings, because right now they are flat on the wings. They started very well, but now, especially the right wing was dead the whole game. So they need somebody on the right wing. Cruz can do the right wing and at least get a consolation goal. If they score a goal in the 5 minutes of the second half, things can be different.
I think just to add to that, What they haven't done so far is they've got absolutely good strikers in McCartney, Navasep and Mapensi Mowane. They haven't given them anything. From a midfield point of view, they haven't given them any runs. They don't have any shots on target, Pirates. So I think they need to get those two players involved in a little bit more in the game. And I think they're just too open at this point in time. They're getting a bit of joy on their left-hand side. But what Stars have done is they've taken, they sort of knew and anticipated that Stars, Pirates is very strong on that side. And if you look at the first goal, Stars scored from that side because that's a player that goes out of position. But when he does get onto the ball, I think it's Pirates' best option.
Now, summing it all up to seeing the first 45 minutes, we spoke of the changes that Pirates can do. What do we think African Stars can still do in the second half? Because we know that they are still going to be coming out all guns blazing. They're still going to be gunning for the goals.
African Star at the moment, with Kamatuka that's uncontrollable. And you have Awilo that's shoot. You see, when you see a player has the confidence, Kamatuka is even doing tricks, kicking the ball, back flips and all those things. And Awilo is shooting inside, outside the box. And Lucky Hater is still hungry. He's running from the back. He wants a goal. So at the moment, Stars, their midfield is solid with Keshiere sitting there. They are enjoying themselves. I hope they want to prove a point that, yes, it's a derby, but we are here. We want to play in Africa, and more goals might be coming.
Will this be possibly a challenge going forward for Stars? Will they possibly maybe find it more relaxing that they are unbeatable? They have the confidence. Can this maybe make them more reluctant going forward, seeing what we have seen in the first 45 minutes?
I don't think that's the case. But I think for this game, Bakera would probably just go have a coffee in the halftime. But I think the one thing that they won't rest on their laurels for is the competition that's in the squad. You know that you need to play for your place. They have that much depth, and once the person comes in and he takes over, there's no way that you're going to come into the team. So I don't think they're gonna ease up, because that competition and for places, that's what's gonna push them forward.
We have another 45 minutes of action that we're going to be witnessing here, and it's really unbelievable what we've seen in the first 45. 3 goals from 3 brilliant players from African Stars, and now we're heading into the next 45 minutes of what could possibly be a game changer. Whether Pirates can come back or African Stars is going to run away with this game is what we have to witness in the next 45 minutes. We will be wrapping things up here on the other side of the 45 minutes, but now we give it over back to Chester in commentary and Turo.
Thank you, Jovita. We are about to get into the second half of the game. Orlando Pirates have a lot to do. They are the first team out of the dressing rooms. They are ready to get underway with the second half. And there's a couple of changes being made by Orlando Pirates. I see there are a few players that are about to be introduced. I see Silas Matthews about to be introduced. I also see Dwayne Kinda from the Buccaneers about to be introduced. So we'll see what they will bring to the table. And I also Unomasa Shitaura to be introduced from the Buccaneers. And we will see what will happen with the Buccaneers. It's gonna be a whole lot of substitutes. 4, 5 players will be introduced here. Woody Jacobs is making a whole lot of changes here. 5 at the same time. They are allowed to be 5, and Woody Jacobs will play all his cards at the same time. Orlando Pirates about to bring Unomasa Shitaura, Silas Matthews, Rivalto, Gavanap, Dwayne Kinda, and Venovinia Shikundi. All of them are lining up to be introduced for the Buccaneers. It is a move of intent here. No changes from that man so far. Mervyn Bakera, he is right where he wants to be. No need to make changes. We're waiting for Kennedy Ape. Little bit of an injury, not a worrying injury in that first half. But he's back kicking in the favorite of Woody Jacobs lately. Started his last 3 games. The referees Atino Shinanuka and her team are making it to the pitch right now, and there is a host of changes for Victoria Shangula to go about, and all of them have been introduced. Not sure who is withdrawn, but we will figure it out as the game goes. But the 5 players for Orlando Pirates have been introduced. We're about to get underway with the second half now. Orlando Pirates have played all their cards at the same time. And Dwayne Kinda in the middle of the pack. Early on got to the ball. Orlando Pirates with the mountain to climb. It's doable to turn the score around or turn the table around. But it's a big ask. And that is nearly an unwanted mistake from Johannes Matthews in Orlando Pirates goal. Emilio Martins with a clearance. Charo, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a big ask, Chester, as you have said it. You know, this is where the coach should show character. The players should show character. They must show that they are hungry, Chester. You know, making 5 subs, that tells a lot.
It is. He has to make changes, Woody Jacobs. And he couldn't wait for the break to make the necessary changes for the Buccaneers. And it is the captain for the day, Kennedy Ape, he wants to take this one. He's very much interested in this free kick. Anything goalways will do for Orlando Pirates. And it's well taken. That is over the bar from Venovinia Shikundi, the man that was just introduced. Jersey number 10, Venovinia Shikundi. Is the number you look for in a team. Should be mostly, in most cases, a very creative player, a very good player of the team. Jersey number 10. That's the standard set by the former who played that jersey. Here is Kamatuka, Stefanes, and Orlando Pirates take over. Dwayne Kinda, the men that have just been introduced, and Kinda, the 22-year-old, played out. It will be a throw-in for African Stars, another jersey number 20 of African Stars, Emmanuel Aita. Here is Kamatuka, the young man Etma Kamatuka, the younger brother of Jocelyn Kamatuka, known in the circles also. Jocelyn, brave warriors player, striker, but Etma Kamatuka, more of a playmaker. The creative minds behind the strikers. And talking about the number 10 in football, you can call. And here is Kamatuka. He touched the ball and played for a penalty there, but Chanyanyuka too clever, the referee. There was no way that he could get to the end of that ball. I agree with the referee. No penalties there. It's a missed kick from Emilio Martins. Haven't played a lot for African Stars, Emilio Martins, and maybe the fitness might be in question here as we approaching it deeper into the game. We are expecting showers any moment here at the Unam Stadium. The cloud is hovering over us. Short one taken. Well taken by Napep and puts it in there. No, any Orlando Pirates player behind that.
You know, that's the thing with football. They say football can kill you, Chester. But so far, I don't see really any impact from the 5 subs that was done by Woody Jacobs. So we still wait to see as to what they will come up with. Otherwise, African Stars missing a chance there. They shouldn't relax. You relax, and that can count against you.
Cleared by African Stars. Orlando Pirates now pushing forward. Can they get a much needed goal? Mario Mans looking to connect with the just introduced Silas Matthews, the former Tigers winger. Silas Matthews only played for Orlando Pirates against 11 Arrows, but was taken out in the 62nd minute. It's actually his second appearance in the Buccaneers, and there he is on the ball, Matthews. Good delivery in the box, a little bit deep. No, Orlando Pirates player chucking from the other side. That will be out of play. And
yeah, I should say one of the subs that is really, you know, showing some character is Silas Matthews, the former Tigers player. You know, that was a very good cross. Unfortunate that, you know, the strikers from Orlando Pirates are not really, you know, into that box to connect with those balls.
And now it's raining here at Unam Stadium. It's a long one. Out of play, and it will be it is African Stars now trying to get around Orlando Pirates to defend here. We are receiving showers here at the Unam Stadium. And that is out of play. And it will be a throw into African Stars. Edmund Kambanda, goal scorer for the day. It's a foul throw. I'm not sure they do this at this moment. Throw in. Buccaneers now. Can they get something? They need a goal from somewhere to make this game interesting, to make the league more interesting. That look like Stars is running away with it. It's an 8th consecutive victory for African Stars if they win this one. It's a long one. Went over the bar. And it will be a goal kick. Goal kick to African Stars, to Orlando Pirates. The African Stars, I beg your pardon. It's Kamayanda. Lisilo to take. And here is Orlando Pirates now, pushing forward. And it is Benovinia Shikundi. Benovinia Shikundi will get a free kick for the Buccaneers. It's quickly taken, headed away. Here is Salazar Kunzu. It's another long one for African Stars, looking for Willie Stefanes. Good first take from Stefanes. And now Salazar! He got that one wrong, Salazar, in the end. But very good play from African Stars. Under the rain here at Unam Stadium.
It's raining cats and dogs. Chester, a very good attempt there by Salazar, but well wasted. I don't know whether the rain is playing a factor here or what. One would love to see as to what did it take for the referee to perhaps call off this game.
Yeah, that is the hope that Pirates might have here. No, if the game is called off, it needs to be replayed in its entirety, because it's caused by weather. It's not a human-made incident. And now Keshere. Free attracts. Salazar. Kennedy Ape will be Hater. Now Willie Stefanes. Header away. Lovely defensive from Dwayne Kinta. And Silas Matthews will get a throw in for the Buccaneers. Napep. Haven't seen much of Napep. Always overlapping, causing havoc in the opponent's half. Napep is the leading Pirates goal scorer with 4 goals from a left back position. There he is on the ball, Napep.
I think the pitch is also a bit slippery now with this rain, Chester.
Coach Mervyn Bakera will hope that they will go through the next 45 minutes without this game being stopped. Woody Jacobs, on the other hand, will hope for the rain to be a little bit more heavier so that it can affect the pitch and subsequently the game, so that he has a second chance against African Stars. Now Willie Stefanes finds Kamatuka. Kamatuka goes around the first player, but well defended by Kennedy Ape. does well. He's a very strong defender. Kennedy Ape, the 25 years old. Tall defender. He has done very well, especially after the 3 goals. He woke up, and now here is Kamatuka. Kamatuka found Jackson, who cuts back inside and could not pull the trigger. Here is Dynamo Friedrichs, Willie Stefanes. African Stars having it their way. Kamatuka, and free kick will be given to African Stars.
That's a dangerous tackle. Free kick to African Stars. Well in front of the linesman.
There you see it again.
Willie Stefanes, skillful player. Very heavy tackle. Off the ball as well.
Kamatuka knew about the player behind him. He knew that the tackle was coming. Now it is a free kick to African Stars. Emmanuel Hayter, well known as Lucky, to deliver here. Good delivery. Willie Stefanes is the African Stars player closest to the action there. Now Shikundi Matthews, better from Buccaneers. Here is McCartney Navisep. Out of play. Dynamo Friedrichs and McKenny Navisep play together for Black Africa. They might having a word or two, knowing each other very well. Kanji. Here is Hayter. Lovely play. Finds Salazar. Edmund Kambanda. Kambanda trying to get Willie Stefanes into action. But African Stars, Hayter again. Looking for Dynamo Friedrichs. But Brendan Napep had to interfere there. Napep, the 25 years old. Left back, can play also as a left winger.
I see the coach of Orlando Pirates, the assistant coach, that is Michael Pinar, now shouting to the players, obviously sent by Woody Jacobs, to say, come on, talk to the guys. Maybe they can't hear me well. You might have a stronger voice. Just saying.
Very true. Very much true. Orlando Pirates will just need a goal. And there's some supporters there dancing in the rain. They are so happy that they cannot feel the rain right now. And that is the African Star supporters. It has been a while since we witnessed a goal here. Although we have 3, it looked like they happened a long time ago. And that is the very good tackle from Kennedy Ape there earlier to stop the African Stars attack. Back live is Pirates attacking African Stars goal. Napep clears. Kanji clears for African Stars. Not far away. Now Kashere. Stopped by Dwayne Kinder. Now is Orlando Pirates. Can they get something on the scoreboard here? Mapenzi Muanai. Take 2 Mapenzi. But well defended by African Stars. But Orlando Pirates can come at them again. Here is Napep. Brendan Napep with a good delivery. Looking for McCartney Navisep. Well kept in play by Orlando Pirates striker. And African Stars will go away with it now. Ronald Kashere looking for support and finds Salazar. There is no pace in Gunzi Salazar, but a very smart player.
Not even Kashere, very slow. You know, he could have played it at first, first time. But then himself He seems to be a little bit slow, where the strikers were actually waiting for that ball.
H catching up with him. Ronald Keshere at the moment now is 35 years old. Is at the very late stages of his career, Ronald Keshere, in terms of playing football. He's a lawyer by profession. He can start pursuing that. At a very full-time basis. He's a lawyer currently with the government attorney. The government attorney is Ronald Keshere, and also a part-time footballer. He has a football academy in Okakarara, so part of work he does. So once he hang up his boots, he will start focusing on the other things.
Very good of him, Chester, indeed. You know, you would love to see former football players, you know, coming up with this academy. I believe that's a way of, you know, giving back to the youth of Namibia.
Very much so. Orlando Pirates warning signs there of their striker, McCarthy Navisep, but he looks okay to continue. McCarthy Navisep for Buccaneers, the former Black Africa, only scored once for the Buccaneers, and his goal came from their previous game against the 11 Arrows. Willis Stefanes can't stop soaring at the moment. The rain have subsided here at the Unam Stadium. It's a pleasing news to the African Star supporters and the technical team. That means the game can continue. Here is Salazar. Finds and the shot comes in. That is Edma Kamatuka, the young boy, 20 years old.
Very ambitious, Chester, very ambitious, I should say. There was actually a good play from Salazar. Wanted to play far left, but then intercepted by Kambanda, and he tried taking a shot, a very ambitious one, but one should really commend him for that.
Heita, Salazar, Kunzu Salazar finds Emmanuel Heita. Dynamo Friedrichs, African Star benefited from Black Africa. The likes of Dynamo Friedrichs, Emmanuel Heita on the ball now, and Willis Stefanes, all experienced player from the former champions Black Africa. They are the last team to win the league in this country, with Paulus Shipanga, Black Africa. Not to forget, although they are not where they want to be this season, not among the teams that are really running the race for the league. Orlando Pirates might not be one of them, but it's still early days. But today's performance doesn't really show that. Pushing forward now, the Buccaneers. Rivalto govern up, but well defended by Edmund Kambanda. African Stars continue. Johannes Jackson. Jackson finds Salazar. He's everywhere. Salazar. And now here is Orlando Pirates. Can they move forward? Can they get something? There is Salazar again. Kamatuka. They're seeing a lot of the ball. Heita. Stefanes. Enjoying himself. Dynamo Friedrichs. He wins the free kick for African Stars.
You can see Willis Stefanes really enjoying himself with his perfect conditions, you know, very cool, very skillful player. That is Willis Stefanes, and he combines very well with Dynamo Friedrichs. Every time when Willis Stefanes gets a ball, he always looks out for Dynamo Friedrichs, which is very good.
It's a free kick for African Stars. Look like
Cut.
African Stars will get a free kick there. That's what happened for the free kick. Dynamo Friedrichs fouled. Now the free kick to be taken. Over 20 minutes remaining of the game. Another goal might be a little bit embarrassing for Orlando Pirates. It's Heita to take. It's a good delivery. And good hands there from Mateus. Kamatuka was looking to pull a trigger, but the Buccaneers rear guards were on duty. Here is Kambanda. Now Kishire. Heita finds Kamatuka. Kamatuka tried to release. Skillfully tried to release Willis Stefani. Didn't work. Well read by Napep. Now Kennedy. Meketi Nabisep dispossessed. Here is Salazar for African Stars. Willis Stefanes. Still African Stars dancing around with the ball in front of Orlando Pirates players. Kamatuka tried to release Willis Stefanes. They are enjoying themselves, African Stars.
Really playing very confidently, Chester. Playing confidently, you know, doing those shibobos here and there. That shows real confidence from them.
Well, it's good for entertaining the players, but for a team that have ambitions of trying to play in the Champions League, should go on and score as many as they can. Be a little bit professional about it.
They should come out of here as credible contenders if they want to play at that stage.
But for now, they have done what they needed to do. Winning the game, 3 points, 3 goals in the back by the look of things. Unless Orlando Pirates will come with something different. And it's a free kick against Orlando Pirates and Dwayne Kinta in particular. And that man in your picture, Kamatuka, has been a havoc for Orlando Pirates. He caused a lot of trouble.
No one should say perhaps it was an easy one given away by Orlando Pirates, and you can see Woody Jacobs being furious about that.
Quickly taken. There is Jackson, Johannes, back to Edmund Kambanda. Edmund Kambanda finds Salazar, Gunzu. Here is Willis Stefanes, Heita. Heita with the delivery, it's overcooked for Salazar. Orlando Pirates will clear with Larry Horaip. Haven't seen much of the blustering speed of Harry Horaip, especially offensively. Also age catching up with him. Harry Horaip now 31 years old. Here is Willis Stefanes. Tried to pull a trigger from a distance. Did not well catch that one. And Orlando Pirates will go away with that. Silas Matthews. And here's Matthews again. And Buende with a clearance. Katora. Buende, 27 years old. Former Tura Magic Katora Buende. He once received a red card against 11 Arrows. In Okahanja, African Stars played some of their home games at No Ape Stadium in Okahanja against the coastal side. And now Willis Stefanes, 2 against 3. Salazar tries to play it back to Stefanes, but well won by Kamatuka again. Here is Heita. Heita and Dynamo Free Essex over-numbered by the Orlando Pirates. Now here is Dwayne Kinda. Dwayne Kinda wins a throw-in for Orlando Pirates against Kamatuka. Naipep. Here is Naipep. Takes a long one. Headed away There's a couple of movements from the African Star bench to try and maybe put some energy into the game. And look at that, Chwaro.
Very well played there, but Orlando Pirates just intercepting that one. One would actually wonder if the changes that was made by Woody Jacobs, did it really work for him up until now? For me, ask me and I will tell you, no.
Now, Kambato, the new signing of African Stars. Eturu Kambato is to be introduced, and they have excited the African Star supporters here. Wetura Kambato is the man that have given or been called upon by Mervyn Bakera. There to see is a 25 years old Kambato. He have turned 25 on the 24th of January this year. He had a short stint in Mozambique for Costa del Sol. But in the meantime, there is a player down for African Stars, and it looked like it is Edma Kamatuka. And maybe the perfect replacement for Kambato, or maybe Mervyn Bakera will think otherwise.
One would actually think if that was the intended substitute, or was Kambato coming on for someone else. Another sub again, Chester.
African Stars will get Kashimune also in. Kayarukapo Kashimune is also next to Kambato, and they are cheering for every player that is being introduced now. Kayarukapo Kashimune scored the first goal, actually the first two goals of African Stars this season against Unam and Tura Magic respectively. But they have to wait a little longer as the game continues here at Unam Stadium.
You know, it's so pleasing when you see the supporters of African Stars. For every substitute that is coming up, you see the spectators here, you know, screaming, showing that they really know their players. They didn't just hear that African Stars is playing and then coming to the field. They really know their players as supporters.
African Stars currently down to 10 men, with Edma Kamatuka receiving treatment outside the field. But it looked like he's not continuing with the game. He himself is going to take a seat out of your picture currently. And Kambato has been introduced in the place of Kamatuka. And then Kayarukapo will take the place of Salazar Gunzu. Salazar and Kamatuka, they really work their socks off in this game, although they did not get on the score sheet, but they did well. Here's Kayarukapo. Koko Kashimune, 2 goals for African Stars. Kambato playing his debut game for African Stars. Here's Kambato, first touch, and then finds Orlando Pirates Benominia Shikundi. Shikundi fighting for the ball and give position away. Here's Kambato again, and now finds Willie Stefanes. Stefanes finds Haita. Haita looking for Dynamo Freetrix. Stefanes. Haita looking for Kayarukapo Kashimune.
You know, they say when you see skillful players like Willie Stefanus starting to do these shibobos more often, then you should know that fatigue is kicking in. So maybe Bakera would be thinking of, you know, taking him off as well. Just look at that, the ball wasted.
And also Bakera should know that a equally important game tomorrow against Ingwe Inyama Tigers. It's another Katutura derby, not as big as this Katutura derby, but also a derby in its own right. Tigers African Stars.
One of the subs from Orlando Pirates, that is Silas Matthews. Very good, educated, left-footed player. But then speed, Chester. Speed is not there. He needs to work on that as well.
It will be Bretton Napep now with the throw-in for the Buccaneers. They were downplayed today. Orlando Pirates outplayed by African Stars. The 3 goals in the first half have taken the sting out of them.
Especially when you see the assistant coach and the coach himself standing on the bench, screaming on players, then you should know the kitchen is really hot.
Kambato. Position given away by Dynamo Free Checks now, the Orlando Pirates. McKenzie Navisep can't get to the ball, can't cause any trouble with Mapenzi there as the 2 strikers for Orlando Pirates. Remember, Orlando Pirates have played all their cards. Woody Jacobs, no changes for him for the rest of the game. What you see, it's what they get. It's what they have at the moment. Now it's played down. Try to connect with Chikundi for Orlando Pirates. Here is Naipep, Bretton Naipep. Oh, lovely ball inside there, and not really agency there from Mackenzie Navisep, but a ball that was put in by the 25-year-old Bretton Naipep there. And Kamayanda Disiro will restart things for African Stars.
One player that you would point out, Chester, is Brendan Naipep. He has really played his heart out, rightfully so, that he has scored a lot of goals for Pirates in previous games. He really played his heart out.
And now here is Willie Stefanus. He can only see one thing is a goal. At the moment, he is the man that has scored in each and every of the last 6 games for African Stars. And in the process, scoring a hat-trick against Blue Waters. Ino Kahanja, African Star, running Reds there, 4-0 against Blue Waters. Willie Stefanus with 3. And now it's a chance here for Orlando Pirates, but Kamai under G0 starting position. Very good. And there is shuffling and quarreling going on there as African Stars players feel that Mackenzie Navisep was unjust against their goalkeeper.
I think the African Stars players needs to, cool down. The referee is there to take care of this kind of situations, Chester. You don't want to see African Stars players starting, fighting Orlando Pirates players, whereby, yellow cards would be issued as well as red cards. You don't want to see that. Let the referee take control of the game, and he has done good so far. That is the referee.
Very much so.
As you can see, the goalkeeper is also, helped to get up. You can see Woody Jacobs
He will be very, very frustrated. Rest assured. Can't wait to hear from him at the end of this one. I was talking about I was talking about African Stars, Blue Waters. Blue Waters look like they might be the team that lost against African Star 4-0, which is the highest scoreline for African Stars this season. They won with. They look like they might be the team that will occupy the second position in the league. The last time I checked, they were leading at the coach there, and they were the third on 18 points. The fact that Live Fighters drew earlier against 11 Arrows, that might pave the way for Blue Waters to take the second position, and they will maintain the 7 points difference between them and African Stars. That if Blue Waters have gone on and win that game. The African Stars to make a few changes here. They will bring on Bakonja Shahikika, the young man. They will also bring on Penowa Kanji as well as Hiha Kashivena. Your picture is Penowa Kanji, who have been introduced. Penowa Kanji will be a defender. So African Stars have played all their cards. Mervin Bakera have made all his 5 substitutes allowed. They will have the services of Charles Hambira tomorrow back against Tigers. Emilio Martin have taken that position today and have done well. And he will want African Stars to keep a clean sheet here. Here is Brendan Naipep, player of the match as far as Orlando Pirates team is concerned. For me, Brendan Naipep. For Orlando Pirates, he has been the outstanding player from the left back position. For African Stars, who might be the player of the entire match. You have a lot to choose from. Edmar Gamatuka. That's a long one. Willie Stefanes will lift up a hand for the player of the match. Salazar as well. And now here is Sakai Arukapo. Kashimune for African Stars. Still Kashimune. And lost the ball for throwing Kaya Arukapo. 26-year-old former KK Palace player. Also has a stint with Tura Magic in the Transitional League. Kashimune. Brendan Naipep. Here is Gwen Kinda dispossessed. Larry Horaib will control things here for Orlando Pirates. Larry Horaib, long one looking for McCartney Navisep. Nothing for the Buccaneers. Again, just over 3 minutes remaining. We can confidently say now African Stars have stretched to 28 points.
And that is what we have talked about. The neutral supporters, they wouldn't really like this. You don't want African Stars to run away with this league.
Kabanda now. That was too heavy for Edmund Kambanda. Couldn't really
They have been making a noise, Chester, the supporters of African Stars. tell them about that story of African Stars running away with the league, and you tell them about the central supporters. I'm telling you, supporter of African Stars would really invite you to his house and make you a cup of coffee and say, can you say that again? Can you repeat yourself?
There is all indications that they really are the big favorites to win the league. But it is too early in the season to confidently say that without looking over your shoulders. So I said, if Blue Waters win today, there was only 7 points difference between them and the Coastal Giants. And 7 points can become 1 in a weekend. Now Kayaru Kapo with a cross, cleared, and a flick on from Shikundi all the way back. Now it's the Buccaneers. Here's Napep, a header from Mwende. Here's Orlando Pirates now. Rivalto, govern up. Larry Horaip. Horaip pushing in now. Horaip, that's the runs that he's known for. Larry Horaip, with his experience, we're looking for those. Busting in from the left fullback position. And there he goes, taking the bull by the horn. And was fouled by former teammate at the Brave Warriors level, Ronald Keshere. And stay down, Larry Horaip.
You can really see that he's in pain, Chester. You know, you would want your left backs, your right backs to take on those kind of chances, Chester. Coming off, putting in those crosses, you know, giving pressure to the defenders of the opposing team. That is what you would want to see as to what Larry Horaip has done now.
Can Orlando Pirates score a face-saving goal here? Consolation, at least something to celebrate for their supporters. It is Benovinia Shikundi behind the ball, well focused. Can he deliver, or will he try to go for goal? He goes for goal, and he turns in. Mackenzie Navisep was the man there, but it looked like it is all the way from the free kick. Benovinia Shikundi with the goal for the Buccaneers, the 30 years old. Got one face-saving goal for Orlando Pirates. Mackenzie Navisep didn't claim it, but he played a role in confusing the goalkeeper. 3-1 for African Stars. Can Orlando Pirates try to get back into this game?
I think that was just a consolation goal, Chester.
Kabato, lovely play, and now it's a chance for African Stars. Shot! Couldn't get it goalwards there. African Stars trying to react to the Orlando Pirates goal, and that is the goal. Let's see, all the way in. It is Benovinia Shikundi who scored that one for the Buccaneers. It's a corner kick for African Stars. They want to react on what Orlando Pirates did to them. Orlando Pirates, here is Kashimune. If the score stays like this, Woody Jacobs can say we won the second half by 1-0. Here is Kashimune. It's a free kick to African Stars, and Rivalto govern up. Second half substitute. Worried, just starting to get time for Orlando Pirates now. Rivalto govern up. It's a free kick to African Stars. Kambato is hovering over that one. And also Bakonja Shahikika. Konja Shahikika, young man, 22 years old, but he lifted to the new man, the new signing Kambato. Will take this one. A good delivery, far post. Well defended by the Buccaneers. Can they counter now? Counter attack pass was well blocked by African Stars rear guards. And that's it. So it's African Stars Day at Unam Stadium. The league leaders have moved to 28 points. They are still unbeaten in the league. It is 8 consecutive victory for African Stars here. And they have calmed Orlando Pirates down in the first 25 minutes of the first half. From there, it was just seeing the game out as far as African Stars is concerned. But Orlando Pirates got a consolation goal in the second half. Woody Jacobs will be more relieved with the scoreline. It didn't get worse.
It didn't get worse, but still bad for Orlando Pirates. And I should tell you, Chester, that, you know, consistency is going to win you the league. What African Stars is currently busy with now, the consistency that we are talking about, I think they are the real contenders. And who knows, they might take away this league very, very early if they continue like this.
And also one thing that we need to highlight, Chuaro, it is the match official. The ladies handled the game here in the entirety of the game. The Atino Chanyanyuka as the referee, Agustin Evelyn and Paulina Joel, first and second assistant referees, all ladies, but they did pretty well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was actually surprised that, you know, the match officials, all of them are, you know, ladies. One should really commend the referee department from NFA for, you know, bringing us these ladies to handle this this game. Mind you that they are also, you know, most of them are from Omosati region, only one from Oshikoto, which is a very good sign to say, you know, the NFA referee department are really grooming. They are really working hard in the regions to come up with, you know, such beautiful match officials.
The ladies that have handled the big derby here, and it was flawless from them. Flawless job. So they did very well here. And that's the score confirmation. African Stars 3, Orlando Pirates 1 here. Orlando Pirates the host at the Unam Stadium here. And the only thing they can do now is look forward to the next game. And Woody Jacobs will have a word or two before the prayer. They don't need a dressing room for that as far as Woody Jacobs is concerned. And let's go through the goals here. It is the first one by Dynamo Freetrix, who opened the scoring for African Stars. It was Edgar Kamatuka with a layoff, and Dynamo Freetrix put it away. His second goal in the colors of African Stars this season. And then the second one for the Samba boys. Well taken here, Willie Stefanes, and with the laces, that was traveling, no chance there for Jonas Matthews. And African Stars, in the blink of an eye, they were 2-0 up. Look at it there. It is Johannes Jackson, and then finds Willie Stefanes. From there, he decided already that I'm going to bang this one into the back of the net. He is on fire. That is his 8th goal in 6 games. The third one was the corner kick taken by Edgar. 2 assists for this young man today. The corner kick well delivered, and then Edmund Kambanda in front of Salazar connected with that, and it was 3-0. There is Edmar celebrating the assist, and here is Edmund Kambanda celebrating the goal, and African Stars were running red. Consolation for Orlando Pirates, Venovinia Chikundi with the free kick, and it finds the back of the net, and McKinley Navisep had a part to play there to confuse the goalkeeper, but the goal stands and is given to the Orlando Pirates winger and jersey number 10. And at Unam Stadium here, it is African Stars that collected the 3 points and have gone 28 on top of the pile. Now let's hear from our analyst at the touchline. That is Jovita Kanjumba and the team.
Well, thank you, Chester. That is how it ends here at the Unam Stadium. African Stars dominating the game, winning by 3-1. Orlando Pirates, the home team, at least got a consolation goal towards the end of the second half. And we are going to look through what transpired. And maybe do Stars have really now the title in the bag? Gentlemen, the 90 minutes. We now have seen what Stars can do to teams that are supposed to be on equal footing, teams that can actually get a victory against them. It didn't happen today. Orlando Pirates did not stop African Stars.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate for Orlando Pirates. I think their strategy in the beginning of the game was to go toe-to-toe with Stars. That was a mistake. I think they needed to have afforded Stars a little bit of respect with the quality and the form that they currently have. But the second half was a much better performance from Orlando Pirates. Overall, they controlled the game, and as we expected, they ranked the changes in defense because they couldn't contain Stars in the first half. So overall, I think it was a good quality match. I think the fans got their entertainment worth.
All right. While we are on to that, we do have that is, or we will still continue with that is the analysis now. But let's take a look at this. Let's talk to the man of the moment. Yes, Coach. Congratulations first of all on the victory. A very important encounter. It's a derby, or it was a derby. What do you make of this result first and foremost?
Yeah, I think our objective is reached. The objective was 3 points. We got the objective. As we alluded to it before, we want to test ourselves in Africa. Yeah. To test ourselves in Africa, we need to win the league. To win the league, we need to win the points. We need to collect the points. So 3 points. On to the next one. I think it's second half, we managed it. We managed it because they changed the structure also. So we decided, okay, there is another derby tomorrow. So we need to manage. So we're managing it in terms of the ball. We manage the ball very well, giving them the ball in areas where we don't hurt us. But I'm a bit disappointed the way we conceded. We can't concede like this at this level. But gratitude to the boys. Really, they really have worked hard. And also to our 12 men, we really appreciate them.
The fans came out in numbers, to be the 12th man. But let's talk about the youngster, Edma Kambatuka, and why was it important for him to be a part of such a big game for Stars?
Yeah, I think the boy has popped, We're waiting for him to pop, and he popped. I think from Okanja United game, he showed his class, he showed his quality. And I just wish him all the best going forward.
All right, Coach, congratulations once again and all the best for tomorrow's derby, another big one.
Thank you so much.
And then we also get to speak to that is Coach Woody Jacobs. Unfortunately, at home, they couldn't get the 3 points against African Stars. Coach Woody, what are your sentiments just about this defeat?
Well, it's a bitter pill to swallow, losing in a match, in a humdinger like this. But also, I think we were. It's like a boxing match where you get that hook, and we were just in the first 20 minutes we were just knocked out, and it was always difficult to come back against a formidable African Star side, a strong side, an experienced side, and you saw the quality that they possess. You make mistakes like we did, and they punished us. But I told the boys that this is football. Sometimes it happens. It's not a good day at the office. We wanted more, but we could not get more. So for me, I have to take it. As a coach, we have to take it. You have to run with the punches or roll with the punches rather, and move on. So for me, it's back to the drawing board. And tomorrow's another one. We play young Brazilians, and our focus is now already rolled over to young Brazilian.
Would you say that the weather conditions in the second half had an impact on possibly the change of the game plan that you had in mind to come back into this game?
Yeah, I think obviously playing in wet conditions like this is always going to be difficult. As you could see that a lot of players were falling and not coming to the ball as per se, and we could not play to our rhythm. But I think that the changes did well. I think the young boys really did well. They stood up, they manned up against a very strong African Star side, and I'm happy with the performance. I also told the boys that played first half that I don't throw them away just because they had a bad game, because you don't become a bad player overnight or just because of one game. So today we played a well-oiled, a well-drilled, a well experienced, a very good side. I don't think they flawed us. They played us to bits and pieces, but more mistakes that we made, and they got the result. So all honesty, I think it's something we take a lot of lessons from here. The way that we dropped our heads, especially when we conceded the first goal. The second goal, like I said, was a sucker punch, and we could not get. I tried as a coach to come back with a change in formation and a change in personnel, and I think the boys did well.
All right, Coach, all the best for tomorrow's encounter.
Thank you so much. All right.
That is Coach Woody Jacobs, just giving us an insight on really what transpired through this game. And as we're wrapping things up here, let's quickly just sum up. What was your overall view of this encounter?
No, my overall view is, okay, Pirates came to play. They tried their level best in the opening 10 minutes, but as Woody said, they were flawed. It's a boxing game. Punch to punch or match, then African Stars came out as the stronger side, but it shows that Stars is well drilled. Now they understand it themselves. They know what they want. You could see in the second half here and there a mistake would be made, but most of the Namibian players, I don't think they are used to playing on slippery grass, so that would have cost that. But African Star is a team to watch at the moment.
Would you say they would continue being unbeatable, or can we see going into the second half of the season maybe a team potentially capable of stopping them?
I think as early as it is now, I could probably make a bold call and say with the team that they have, the quality that they have, it might be theirs to lose. As early as it is, it's still early. I really expected Orlando Pirates would give them a good run for it. Unfortunately, they lost it in how many? Maybe the first 20 minutes already, and the game was won. And you get the sense that it's at those moments when they are being tested, or when they are expected to be tested. Last week in Chivarongo, their derby against Live Fighters, they came to the party. They ran Live Fighters over. This game again is one that you'd expect a traditional derby like this, that you'd expect Orlando Pirates to really give them a run for their money. Stars were just too dominant today. So I think at this point in time, it's really difficult to see a team that will stop them. But let's see tomorrow against Tigers.
Yeah, while we're on to Tigers, just last one. Tigers won their game 4-1 against Young Brazilians, and Young Brazilians get to play Orlando Pirates tomorrow. What would you think will be the matchup, seeing the results of Tigers and seeing the results of African Stars? That's
the momentum that you want to have if you are Tigers coming into a game like Stars. That's also a Katutura derby. So it should be another exciting one, and well done to Tigers for that.
I believe Tigers, they're 4-1. The result is good for them, but compared to African Stars, they are not a match. Tigers does not have the quality that Stars have. So beating Young Brazilian, any team can beat Young Brazilian at the moment. You see traveling, the fatigue, and all those things. So they are building up. But I'm happy for Tigers that they are beginning to collect the maximum 3 points.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, thank you so much for indulging us in this encounter. And I must say that this is how we ended here at the Unam Stadium. Until next time, do have a good afternoon.